Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Prabhu. I'm sorry, I joined still late.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just now we completed, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. So we're reading from 7th chapter, 24 sloka, so we can read from 25. nāhaṁ prakāśaḥ sarvasya yoga-māyā-samāvṛtaḥ mūḍho nābhijānāti loko ajam avyayam. nāhaṁ prakāśaḥ sarvasya. I am never manifest sarvasya to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by my internal potency. yoga-māyā-samāvṛtaḥ. And therefore they do not know. mūḍho nābhijānāti. Being very foolish, they do not know me. mūḍho nābhijānāti. Loko ajam avyayam. So because I'm unborn and infallible, one second. So loko ajam avyayam. I am unborn and infallible. It may be argued that since Krishna was visible to everyone when he was present on this earth, how can it be said that he is not manifest to everyone? But actually he was not manifest to everyone. When Krishna was present, there were only a few people. There were only a few people who could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the assembly of the Kurus, when Shishupala spoke against Krishna's being elected president of the assembly, Bhishma supported him and proclaimed him to be the Supreme God. Similarly, the Pandavas and a few others knew that he was Supreme, but not everyone. He was not revealed to the non-devotees and the common men. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, but for his pure devotees, all men consider him to be like themselves. He was manifest only to his devotees as the reservoir of all pleasure, but to others, unintelligent devotees, he was covered by his internal potency. In the prayers of Kunti in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said the Lord is covered by the curtain of yoga-māyā, and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. This is yoga-māyā curtain is also confirmed in the Upanishad, in which the devotee prays Hiranmayena patrena satyasya abhitam mukham tattvam pushan apavranu satya dharmaya drishtaye. O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and devotional service to you is the highest religious principle. Therefore, I pray that you will also maintain me. Your transcendental form is covered by the yoga-māyā. The Brahma Jyotir is the covering of the internal potency. May you kindly remove the glowing effulgence that impedes my seeing your Sacchidananda Vigraha, your eternal form of bliss and knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in his transcendental form of bliss and covered is covered by the internal potency of the Brahma Jyoti, and the less intelligent impersonalists cannot see the Supreme on this account. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is this prayer by Brahma, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Master of all mystery, who can calculate your potency and pastimes in this world? You're always expanding your eternal potency, and therefore no one can understand you. Learned scientists and learned scholars can examine the atomic constitution of the material world or even the planets, but still they are unable to calculate your energy and potency, although you are present before them. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is not only unborn but also avyayam, inexhaustible. His eternal form is bliss and knowledge, and his energies are all inexhaustible. So, what does it mean to know Krishna? To see Krishna is to not know Krishna, because so many people saw Krishna. But for sure, to know Krishna is to see Krishna. Right? Very nice point. So, sarvasya, normal people, lokoyam, normal people. Lokoma means, lokayati means normal people. So, they cannot understand Krishna. What does it mean to understand something? Okay, what does it mean to understand something? To understand something means to realize the svabhava of that vastu, and then based on that realization, our meditation changes. Correct? Like for instance, say I ask a group of children, like say maybe Vishaka's age. Okay, I ask them, do you want to be like a vice president in Google, heading artificial intelligence? So Vishaka said, no, I want to be at the house only. I don't want to go anywhere. So you ask like that to even normal children, like 6 or 7 years old, or anything like that, right? So they can't understand what that position means. Okay. they will think it is something what is there, it's very boring, or they don't know, or I'll feel very bored. So they can't take to that position, though it is a very nice position from a material perspective. They don't want to take to it, correct? So when we understand the greatness of something, then our meditation will change. It's like if we are going to get married to a very beautiful boy, a handsome boy, or a beautiful girl, our meditation changes. We'll constantly expect that, when the marriage day will happen, and so on and so forth. So upon realization, our meditation changes. So similarly, if you are saying Krishna is the highest object, or maybe in a better sense of the word is highest subject, right? He is the only subject, right? So if you understand he is the Parabrahman, Parandhama, he is the Purusha, he is the Parama Purusha, he is beyond the material world. So if we understand Krishna in this way, then our meditation must naturally go to that Vastu. This is very natural. What do we meditate on every day? Very simple. Whatever you think as the highest in your life is what you meditate. Or whatever obstacles are there in your life that prevents you from achieving the highest or being the highest, that you think of it. Like, I want to live a very peaceful life with my family. So what is the obstacle? The obstacle is my, someone's health, or, some mortgage, or maybe the next job I should get, or something. But I have a meditation that this is the highest, and I'll meditate on that always. So everyone is meditating on what they consider as the highest thing. That is what everyone in this whole world is meditating. So if you actually understand the nature of the Lord to be the Supreme, naturally one has to think of the Lord always. Is it not? So if you know the Lord as the Lord, then you must think of the Lord always. Because there is nothing higher. Higher means higher in what sense? Like if I say, this mango is the best mango, that means this mango is the best tasting mango, correct? Or this city is the best city, which means it has got many places to visit in that city. Okay, so this company is a very good company, which means it offers good benefits, right? It looks good on your resume. So we all understand, okay, when we say something is good, then in a certain category it is very good, right? So you can't expect Google to actually be cultivating you, in the sense it doesn't take care of you, it doesn't satisfy your romantic pursuits or something like that. So Google will satisfy in some capacity, it is good. Or New York is good to see in some capacity, right? It's a good city in some capacity. So similarly, everyone has a certain field. In that field, it is the highest. Now, if you are saying Krishna is the highest, it is not restricted to some field. Just like mango is the tastiest, right, of all the fruits. I don't know if there is a shloka, it says Falana Maham, right? Ambra Falamasti, nothing like that. But uh, so Ham Ambra Falamasmi, actually. Yeah, so in this way, it's nothing like that. But Krishna, if you take even the category of mangoes, is the sweetest. If you take the category of cities to visit, then Krishna is the sweetest. So in this way, whatever category you think you see, it could be relationships, it could be money, it could be tattva, it could be philosophy, it could be anything, because it's the absolute truth. So Krishna is the highest. When I say the, it is a D, T-H-E, right? The capital word the, right? Capital word the. So it's the highest, which means there is nothing that exists independent or even separate or higher to understand than the Lord. And this is the real Lord. If I understand some Krishna, who's another material thing, he's another thing to do in my life, he's, he's my wife is there, my children are there, and my daughter is there, and Krishna is there. And my job is there, my grandparents are there, my grandchildren are there, this is there, that is there, and Krishna is there. So the Krishna that we have understood is not the real Krishna. He is yoga-māyā-samāvṛtaḥ. He is covered by the yoga-māyā, and we don't understand. So everyone is thinking of a false Krishna in their mind. No one thinks of the real Krishna in their mind. Because if you understand the real Krishna, you'll not be able to stop thinking of him. Okay? So you have like Paundraka, Paundraka Vasudeva, when he dressed up like Krishna, like Krishna was laughing at him. Like Paundraka Vasudeva said, I am the real Krishna. He was in Dwaraka and Krishna had a good laugh. But he went too far, and of course Krishna finished him. But similarly, I'm having like a false Krishna. I'm having like a Paundraka Vasudeva type of Krishna in my mind. And it is all conjured up. You know the meaning conjure? Conjure means you manufacture something in your mind. And it is not real. Okay? So we are thinking of a false Krishna. The Christians like to use the word false God. Your God is a false God. So we don't say just our God is a false God. We actually agree, yes, our God is a false God. And that is why we are practicing Krishna consciousness to understand the real God. Actually, we are going a step further and said everyone's God is a false God. And whose God is the real God? One who cannot forget God even for a moment and finds that separation like thousands and millions of yugas. That person's God is the real God. Everyone's God is a false God. Period. Period. That's it. So, mūḍhoyam nābhijānāti. So people who are mūḍha, because they are mūḍha, their God is also like the mūḍha only. Right? I am a human being. God is also my human being. Right? But Krishna is not a human being. Krishna is not a pullinga. Krishna is not a strilinga also. Krishna is neither a napumsakalinga. Krishna is neither. So Krishna is transcendental. Can't put Krishna in any buckets. He's not a relative combination of things that you already know. This is why only by Shastra I can understand the Lord. If by Krishna is a relative combination of things that you already know, I mentioned this many times before. Like Krishna is maybe like 10% tasty like mango and 5% like my husband and maybe 10% like Google and then 8% like this and then 4%. I add all of that in different with different attributes. I know AX plus BY plus CZ plus DE, and in this way I have a long equation, right? And then boom, I have Krishna, voila. Not like that, you see. So we must understand what is Krishna, and it's not very easy to understand Krishna. And those who don't surrender to Krishna, it must be understood that they don't know Krishna. Because if you know Krishna, you will surrender to him. That is the nature of knowing Krishna. When you know something very profound, you want to surrender. Right? Just like you're going to musician after musician to musician to learn music. But then there is someone very kind, very beautifully singing, and he has every note like the pakka order, his manodharma, like the way he can think about different, bring together different swaras in different forms is amazing, astounding, right? Marvelous. And he's also ready to teach you. He's very kind, he's very loving, he's magnificent, he looks charismatic, he looks everything like lines up. Just like I just learned music from you. Right? Thank God. Somehow I found you. Right? You surrender unto him in terms of learning music. Similarly, when you understand Krishna is the all-complete whole, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnati Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Krishna is the Purnam. There is nothing else that exists outside of him. There is no other higher vastu than him. Everything that I'm considering the highest, drop it. Right? Sarvadharman Parityaja, drop it right now and then surrender to the Lord. When will that happen? When you know him, this will happen. But it is not easy to know him. Yoga-māyā-samāvṛtaḥ is Maya is covering me. Maya Javanika Channam. Like Draupadi Kunti is telling. Maya Javanika Channam. Like, come 1.8. Like it's covered. So people don't know. Prakritehe Purusha Param. Apashyat Purusham Purnam Mayam Sadatapashrayam. You can't see Apashyat. We don't see Purusham Purnam. Mayam Sadatapashrayam. Maya is standing on his backside. Maya cannot cover his front side. Maya is very lajja, so he's standing on the back side. But this Maya is where we are all. We are on the back side of Krishna, so we can't see Krishna's face. So if you want to know where you are, we are on the back side of Krishna. Because why we are backside of Krishna? Because we are situated in Maya, which is on the backside of Krishna. Mayam chatat apashrayam. Apashrayam means what? It is on the backside. So we should not think some Krishna is a cheap person. It's impossible to understand him. Mūḍho nābhijānāti. And the speaker who's speaking Bhagavad Gita is also a mūḍha, but somehow by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his dedicated servants, I'm getting the chance to speak about the Lord and in this way reduce the disease condition of my mūḍhatvam and gradually become wise. But we should understand that our gods, we already have a God. Okay, no one can say I don't believe in a God. We all have a God, and we all have a false understanding of Krishna, and Krishna is getting defeated to that false idea of God we have, because our Krishna is a false Krishna. It's not a real Krishna we have. So we have to read Shastra to understand the real Krishna. And once we understand the real Krishna, the real God will take charge in our mind, and the false gods that we have as power, position, this, that, comfortable family life, comfortable this life, comfortable retired life, settled life, unsettled life, green card life, H1B life, permanent citizenship life, PR life, General Motors life, Chrysler life, Ford life, I'll kiss my grandchildren life, I'll kiss my, grandfather life. All this life will crumble into oblivion, right? So, fade into oblivion. It's a better way to say it. So, we must understand what is highest. Okay, our highest is not really good enough. Okay, so we must understand the highest. Okay, when you understand the highest, then what is really highest will stay, and everything else will step back. Okay, I'll stop here. Any questions or comments? Okay, thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.
So beautiful, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pandit Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, doubt says covered by yoga-māyā.
நல்ல பிரஷ்னம். யோகமாயா விதமான பண்ணா யோகமாயா கிருஷ்ணாவோட யோகமாயான்னு சொல்றது மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இல்ல ரெண்டு விதமாவும் ரைட். ரெண்டுமே ஒரே மாயா தான். யோகமாயா மாயா பிரபுபாத எக்ஸாம். அதே எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி தான், கோல்டு ஹீட் ரெண்டுமே யூஸ் ஆகும். மாயா தான், மகாமாயா யோகம் எதை யூஸ் ஆகிறது. கிருஷ்ணாவோட இன்டர்னல் நேச்சரை புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு தடுக்கிறதுனால இதை யோகமாயான்னு கிருஷ்ணா சொல்றாரு. கிருஷ்ணருடைய பிரபுபாத இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சி தான் போட்டிருக்காருங்க.
அதான் கண்டிப்பா ஒரு மீனிங் இருக்கும். அதுதான்
யா. சோ இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சினா, அதாவது இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சியை வந்து அதான் கிருஷ்ணர் வந்து தெரியும் சொல்றான்ல அது மாதிரி. ஸோ கவர் பண்றதும் இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சி தான், ரிவீல் பண்றதும் இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சி தான். ஸோ நம்ம சரண்டர் பண்ணாத போது இந்த இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சி கவர் பண்றது மகாமாயாவா, சரண்டர் பண்ணும்போது இன்டர்னல் பொட்டன்சி ரிவீல் பண்றது யோகமாயாவா, ஆத்மமாயாவா. ஆத்மமாயாங்கிறது உங்க பொண்ணு அழறா.
ஓகே ப்ரோ, தேங்க் யூ ப்ரோ.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. சொல்லுங்க. தூங்கிட்டாலும் தூங்க வருது அவளுக்கு?
இல்ல பிரபு, டெய்லி நைட் அதான் பெரிய பிரச்சனை பிரபு, தூங்கவே மாட்டான் பிரபு.
அப்படியா? பயங்கரமா பாகவதம் அதாவது படிக்க போறான்னு நினைக்கிறேன் நைட்.
உங்க பிளெஸிங் வந்தா சரி பிரபு.
நீங்க அப்பாவும் இருக்கீங்க ப்ரோ, எப்படி வராம?
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. அதான் எனக்கு பயமா இருக்கு பிரபு. ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.